Good day, everyone. My name is Namdi Uche. I I am an IT professional. Um, I teach coding to kids. I teach them coding, web design, Python, Java, Scratch, stuffs like that. Okay, so I decided to come up with a series of video tutorials where I can get to share some of the contents I used to teach my kids. Okay, so this is actually one of the materials I use. Okay, so I'm going to start by introducing us to web design. I'm going to start with HTML and CSS, okay? And gradually we can maybe switch to other programming languages if we have to. All right, if we have to. Okay, so today we're starting off with the introduction to HTML and CSS, okay? Introduction to HTML and CSS. Please let me also inform us that my videos are designed to not to take more than an hour because it's a coding tutorial for kids. Okay. The intention is for them to they don't have long attention span. So we just do it so that we don't keep them for too long. Just an hour, we'll have a project to start and we'll finish, and they see the result. Okay, so that is the intention. We don't intend to bore them with long codes. Okay, long codes that can discourage them. All right, so that's that. Okay, I'm gonna pause and then I'll come back. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm back. All right, so this is an introduction to HTML and CSS, as you can see right over there. Okay, an introduction to HTML and CSS. You can also see it boldly here. All right. Okay. So what do we intend to achieve today in this video? All right. So at the end of this lesson, students should be able to define web page, website, explain layers of web page, the different layers. Okay, we'll talk about them, and then they will dive right on to the practicals, which is to create a web page. Okay, it is important for these kids to understand the fundamentals. Okay, before we start the coding, there are basic things that they must understand. All right, don't worry. The theories are not that long. I don't intend to bore you at all. Okay. All right. Let's move forward. So we have activity checklist. Aha. Meanwhile, this material is mine. This material is mine. I got this idea. I decided to pattern my materials after um, some guys I saw online. They are beautiful, roughly an hour project. So it's nice. It's nice. So actually picked up some of theirs and modified a little. It's actually free to share. So that's why I'm also sharing mine too, because I did a little. I got an idea from them, altered a few things. I feel the explanation will be a lot easier. Okay, all right. Because I am the teacher here. Okay, so most times people write code, but they don't really understand the kids. The kids, especially if you bore them with long codes, you will lose them. Okay, you discourage them, they'll get scared, they will not be interested anymore. All right, so however, this material and the tutorial is not just for kids. Adults can as well use it. Okay, it's basic, it's self-explanatory. Okay, once we do this like 3 or 4 times, you can pick up any of our materials and use them yourself. Okay, all right. So activity, meaning of web pages and websites. Okay, A web page is a HTML document accessible using a web browser. Okay, it's a HTML document. You can access it by using a web browser. I hope we know web browsers. Huh? Aha, please, we have to know them like Chrome, Firefox, um, Explorers. Please, and all those. All right, moving forward. A website is the collection of interlinked and related web pages. Okay, the web pages have to be uh, related and interlinked. It's quite funny when if you go to our website, dreammorecodeelite.com.ng. If you go to our website and then you find a web page of another organization there, it's going to be crazy, right? So the web pages must be related to a particular organization, particular person. Okay, and then they also must be interlinked. Very important. Okay, there should be an easy way to navigate, to move from one page to another. All right, moving forward. All right, layers of web pages. There are three layers in every web page. Okay, we have the content layer, presentation layer, behavior layer. Okay, the content layer, this layer manages the structure of the web page. This layer is designed using HTML. That's the hypertext markup language. Please take note of the full meaning of that. It's hypertext markup language. All right. Okay, the content layer, it's more of like a container. Everything that you see displayed, every object displayed on a web page stays within the content layer. Okay, we will talk more about that. Okay, we'll talk more about that. The content layer starts and ends with HTML tags. Okay, we'll talk about that, don't worry. Okay, moving forward, we have the presentation layer. This layer or section manages the look and feel of the web page. Okay, this layer is managed using CSS, cascaded style sheet. Okay, this very part handles how the web page looks like, how your texts appear, how your background appear, colors, font sizes, font shapes, and all that, and all that, and all that. Okay, so the CSS is about looks, beauty. Okay, yes. Moving forward, yes, we should. Behavior layer. Okay, the behavior layer actually manages the response of the system when the user performs certain actions. Okay, such as don't worry about that, miss. They perform certain actions, such as clicking the mouse button. Okay, so when you perform any action, when you click a mouse button, how should your web page respond? Okay, all that part is handled in the behavior layer. Well, behavior layer, you can use a lot of programming languages to work on them, like JavaScript. Okay, you can also use PHP actually. You can also use PHP and a whole lot. Okay, all right, let's move forward. Okay, so but for this video we're dealing with these two layers, content and presentation. I think, yeah, content and presentation. No, I think so. Am I sure? I don't know. Oh, let's find out. I can't remember exactly what I did in this material anymore. All right. Okay. Our first web page using Dreamweaver. All right. So that is a theory right there. Boring? Nah, not boring. Quick and smooth, right? Okay, so that's the first page gone. Our first web page using Dreamweaver. So we'll create a folder. We'll call it Introduction to HTML CSS. Okay, like you can see right out there, how to create a folder. How to create a folder, and then nextly you open Dreamweaver. Everybody should know how to create a folder, right? Or should I just show it? Okay, let me show you how to actually. Oh, I open my Dreamweaver. Right. Okay, whereas this is my own web page, my own folder that I created. Okay, so if you want to create a folder quickly, you can just come here, say new folder. Well, depending on the version of operating system you're using, you can just right click this way also. Right, you see new, you can right click and say new and then folder. Once you click that, the folder will be created. So you put any name that you want. Okay, introduction to HTML underscore. All right, so basically it's all right, but I have already created mine, so I'm just going to delete this. Thank you. Okay, moving forward, where's the material again? There you go. Okay, so open Dreamweaver. All right, my Dreamweaver is open already. I hope you have Dreamweaver. But if you don't have Dreamweaver, not to worry, not to worry. Regardless of the version, you can use any version, it will still work. If you don't have Dreamweaver, you can use Front Page, you can use NetBeans, and a whole lot, a whole lot. There are other IDEs that you can use. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Yes. Okay, so don't let this discourage you if you don't have. Okay, so going back to the tutorial. All right, so first page gone, moving to the next page. Yes, so this is the name of the coding firm. Okay, okay. It's called Dreamers Code Elite. Okay, Dreamers Code Elite. Our website is at okay, I'll quickly show it. I'll show you the website, but it's codeelite.com.ng. Okay, yes, .ng. We're from Nigeria. Hello. Okay, moving forward. All right. So you see, I even showed these guys how to launch their Dreamweaver. Why went that basic, you see? Wow. All right, moving forward. No problems. No problems. No problems. That's even good for us. All right. So our Dreamweaver is launched. Okay, you can see it from the tutorial I have here. Don't worry, I'll find a way to give you the link to this material. It should be directly under the video somehow. I'll find a way. Okay. All right. So just check under the video. You will see links that will show you to the location of this material. Okay, moving forward now. So we've done that. So I have to go to HTML. Oh, I'm not done mine. All right, HTML. That's that. Okay, so I click on that. All right, so I just opened HTML. Okay. I have to explain a few things here, but let me see what the material says first. Okay, I'll come back again. Okay, so click on HTML to create a new HTML document. We've done that already. That's page 2 gone. You see, 5 pages, 2 pages gone. This is sweet, easy. Every child should be interested in this. Okay, so this material did quite I did quite some explanation in this material. Okay, so I have the different views. Okay, you have the code view, you have the design view, you also have the split view. Okay, the split view is majorly comprising of the code and the design view, just like you have here. Okay, if you go to the code view, you see only this section of the screen. If you go to the design view, you see only this section of the screen. You can try that quickly, toggle between them, and you see the result that you get. Aha, you see mine? You see mine? Okay, nice and easy. So you see it. All right, that's that. Going back to the material now. Okay. All right. Any other thing to talk about here? But as we progress, possibly there are things I need to show you. I will do that. So you can toggle between the code. I even said that in this material. Imagine. So you can toggle between code, split, and design views using the corresponding button. Yes, corresponding button. Yeah, that grammar is correct. Okay, code view shows the HTML code while the design view shows the web page created. Okay, it does this WYSIWYG, 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 WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. The acronym. Okay. All right, primary tags. Okay, so to HTML now. All right, when you create your web page, you definitely meet primary tags. Okay, you definitely meet primary tags. Primary tags are more like the container tags. Okay, remember we talked about the content layer. Aha. Okay, the primary tag it's everything about the content layer. Okay, the primary tag is everything about the content layer. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. I woke up. I woke up in the middle of the night to prepare this video. Sorry. I think my body still needs sleep. Don't mind us. We just can't rest. Okay, moving forward. Okay, so that's that. Let me go back to the material. I will explain the primary tags from there. Now, primary tags are the basic contents of every HTML document. This my material needs editing, man. Primary tags are the basic content of every HTML document. Remind me of edit that. Thank you. Of course, I'm already editing it. I'm telling you now. So, so that's editing right there, right? But don't worry, I will change this. I'll work on it a little bit. Okay, work on it a little bit. Okay. So you have the HTML. You have HTML open tag and the HTML close tag. Okay. Uh, Now this marks the start and the end of the HTML document. Okay, it marks the start and the end of the HTML document. Take note of that. Okay, okay, it marks the beginning and the end of the HTML document. So at the top, you're supposed to have the HTML open tag, you see, without the forward slash. All right, at the bottom, you have a HTML close tag with the forward slash. All right, okay, so nextly, you have the head tag. Every tag you open, usually most tags usually open and close. There are tags that don't have open and close. Okay, you just close right on, or you just open. Okay, but these ones have open and close. All right, moving forward. Okay, so this is where stuff like the CSS goes into. Remember we talked about CSS earlier. The what do you call it again? The cascaded style sheet, which takes care of the presentation layer, the looks, how your work should look like, your background, your text color, text type, and all that. Okay, your font color and font type and all that. Okay, font face, like some persons will call it font face. All right, so we'll go to that later. Yeah, I'll go to that later. All right, we have a body tag, the body tag open and close. Okay, this is where your website content goes to. The content that are visible, that are seen by everybody goes into here. All right, so the title, yes, there's something I didn't talk about in this snippet I did here, this snapshot I did here. So I decided to add that here. Okay, HTML, I mean the title, sorry, and of course open and close the title. This is the heading of the web page. You will likely see it as something like this. Yeah, something like this. It will appear as this. Thank you. All right, moving forward, 3 pages done. You see, nice and easy. All right, possibly we'll finish before the 30 minute, the 1 hour I told you about. But the subsequent video, there are those that can take like 1 hour exactly, or a little above 1 hour. All right, a little above 1 hour. Okay, so in between the title tag, enter the text, my first web page. All right, my first web page. So, my first web page. Also, in between the body tag, enter the text. This is my first web page. There is more fun to come. Okay, yeah. So this very one is the text. Okay, I'm going to be a little lazy. I will not advise you be as lazy as I am. It is not good to be lazy. Should I copy this? Yes, because I don't have a soft copy. What's wrong with my mouse? My mouse is acting up. Okay, okay. I'm going to pretend I don't have. My mouse is acting up. right. Don't worry about it. Let's moving forward. All right. So I'm going to be a little lazy. I copied this too, so I'll delete that later, and I'll just copy it. Type it yourself. Don't be lazy like me. Okay. Type it yourself. Don't be lazy like I am. All right. So we'll say here in between. Okay. Before I change that, watch the connection between this and that. You see, whatever is on the title will appear here in the title. All right. So I'm working on the code part of it. Okay. I could as well just come to the design part of the design part of it only and edited here. Okay, what I want to do is I'll be short between here, the code view and the design view, so you get to know how to work between them. All right, so I'll just copy and I'll paste this there. Okay, just paste it. I want this video to be fast. Okay, that's why I'm doing this. Please type it yourself so you get used to typing your code yourself. Okay, now in between the body tag, this is what we're going to do. Add this text. This is my first web page. There is more to come, so I'll copy that quickly. Okay, so when I get to this point, I will paste it. Okay, so body tag, right? Oh, that's what it's trying to be. Yeah. So body tag, I'll paste. Okay. Okay, paste it. All right. Okay. So now once I do this here, I've altered the web page. Okay. So once I click this way, it will appear. You see. So this is the code part. This is the design part. What you see is what you get. I could have done this here in the design view, but I like to show my kids a little how to navigate the different sections of the codes, how to type in their code themselves and do all that. Okay, it's very nice. It's very important. Okay, it's going to help them understand better. Okay, how this works. Okay, not just to do everything in the design view and then if you show the kids some code, they are discouraged. They are scared. Oh, lots of code. I don't want to do this. Okay, don't mind me. I joke a lot of times. Okay, moving forward now. Where's the material? Okay, we've done that. Now we'll say save the web page with a file name. First web page inside the introduction to web page folder. Okay, so you have a folder, right? Called the introduction to web page. Remember you created it earlier? Okay, so you save this inside. Now it is important to save every web page and the resources of the web page in the same folder. Okay, or you can create, like if you have loads of things like pictures and images and videos, okay, you can put them in separate folder. Okay, and then you put your web page in the folder. So what I'm trying to say is this: your web page is in that same folder like what we have here, the introduction to HTML, CSS, and then you create another folder inside of the introduction to the HTML, which is not the parent folder. Okay, once you create the folder, you put all your images there, so you know that all your pictures are in one folder, all your videos are in one folder, and then so that it is very important because the web page and the resources of the web page should go together. Okay, that's what we call relative referencing and absolute referencing. We'll talk about that when we get there. Okay, let me not use the energy of today to fight the battle of tomorrow. Moving forward, thank you. All right, so I'm going to move to the next page. All right, so what do we have here? So this is the title. Save it, all documents, so this is what you get if you're working on Dreamweaver. All right, let me move forward. All right, so I'll save this. So let me show you just in case you want to save it. Let's save. You can do Ctrl S. Okay, it still works. Okay, it still works. All right. So this is the folder where I keep part of the tutorials. Okay, we'll talk about all of this and more. Okay, all right. So this is HTML. All right, so you see my first web page. I already stated that, so but I'll still save it so that you get to see what I'm saying. My first web page. Okay, so I said you should call it first web page. So you've saved your work by now. So we'll just preview. Okay, we'll preview using this. So you have Chrome, you have Internet Explorer, anyone you like to use. You're free to use it. So you're going to have this, okay, as your first web page. I tested a few things here earlier, so I'm just going to close them quickly. Okay, so you have your first web page. All right. So let's go back to the material. Okay, so you see that. Okay, after saving the work, scroll up a little bit. Okay, so you can now preview your work. Okay, you preview. So this is an image showing how you can preview your work. Okay, okay. All right. So from your web page, you can clearly see the title of web page right there. You can see the what do you call it? The content of the body. Okay. All right. That's that. What else? All right. So this is the challenge part. We have this in most of our programs, in most of our materials. Okay, in different parts of the materials where students can become a little creative, add a few things, modify a few things, and see how it works. So this challenge says edit the content of the title tag and body tag, save your web page, and refresh or preview your changes. So so I can decide to change this a little bit, change the title a little bit. Okay, you can change this title to anything you want, change this to anything you want. Okay, and then you save and preview again, or just refresh the web page. Okay, let me change this. It says there's more to come. Yeah, let me say I am codified. Codified. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's move forward. All right, so I'll just save this. You can do Ctrl S, just like I want to do, or you do file and save, but Ctrl S is usually faster. Okay, so once you do that, you can preview again. Okay, preview again, and then it's there. So from here, it's there. Okay, it was here before. Okay, so this is what we have now. Okay, so the changes you do will always appear. Okay, the changes you make will always appear. All right, so that'll be it for this video.